welcome the 2024 to 2025 AERA President, Dr. Janelle Scott, and AERA Executive Director, Dr. Felice J. Levine.
What Tyrone and I did. All right. So is this a terrific luncheon or what? This is just a wonderful way of bringing our community back together. Welcome, welcome. We love the fact that we are all here together as one community committed to education research and to an extraordinary meeting that already started with a great plenary and now a wonderful way of uplifting across a range of arenas all of our award winners. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we do come to celebrate, to honor our field, and to honor those who are the recipients of the 2025 award. We are so pleased that after 6 years, we've been bringing this collectivity back together, and you could just feel that energy and the buzz in the room. I want to do a special welcome to the family members of the awardees, the significant others who've attended, and feel how special our community is and recognize all that each of you do to also contribute to our field. I am delighted. This is always one of my pleasures to really welcome President Janelle Scott and this duo that we do together. What an extraordinary, really an extraordinary. You're going to hear about this president a lot, but I can tell you, all true. Janelle.
Thank you, Felice, very much, and welcome everyone to this incredible luncheon. This occasion is really one of the highlights of the annual meeting. I'm so glad it's back as our tradition. Today we're here to celebrate and honor these incredible scholars and colleagues for their remarkable accomplishments. Our distinguished award winners inspire us all and exemplify the very best of our field. Thank you to everyone who submitted nominations and to those who served on an award committee. Before we begin, we'd like to take a moment to recognize our sponsors. Thank you so much for your support that made this event possible. Yeah. And now, let us pause for a moment of silence to honor those members from our association who have passed away in the past year. Thank you.
It is always hard to make the transition to confer the first of our awards, and I would like to welcome to the stage Dr. Judy Alston, Chair of the Outstanding Book Award, to confer that award on behalf of the American Educational Research Association.
Good afternoon. The 2025 Outstanding Book Award is presented to Dr. Oy-Yun Poon for her exemplary book, Asian American is Not a Color, Conversations on Race, Affirmative Action, and Family. In this work, Dr. Poon thoughtfully addresses her daughter's questions about race and racism through a comprehensive examination of race relations and affirmative action, with a particular focus on the experiences of Asian Americans. This book is distinguished by its analytical and insightful approach, presented in an accessible manner suitable for a broader audience. Let us congratulate Dr. Poon.
Where do I stand?
Yeah, shake her hand.
So proud of you.
Thank you so much for this award, AERA, to the committee. As a grad student 20 years ago, I was shown how research can be a powerful tool for transformative social justice change. I also learned that it was rare back then to be taught how to conduct and write research with and for the people. Grateful shout outs to the UCLA School of Education, especially the Solorzano RAC community, past and present, future, the Asian American Studies Center at UCLA, the AAPIs in Education and Research SIG community here at AERA, my editor, Rachel Marks, and the whole Beacon team, I know you're here somewhere, Mike Wawin for writing such a gracious and generous letter of nomination, Megan Segoshi, Liliana Garces, the Loyola Chicago Dream Team and Colorado State Rise team, the Nasir and Bang Spencer Foundation crew, the CAFCO Lab team, and the claims adjuster stands, you know who you are. Of course, to my daughter Tay, who was 3 years old when she spoke the words that are the title of the book, Asian American is Not a Color. This award is for her and for the past, present, and future generations of researchers committed to the democratizing power of public scholarship. Thank you.
The Review of Research Award honors the most outstanding review article in an AERA journal. The award will be presented by Dr. Brindisha Tynes.
The 2025 Review of Research Award is presented to Drs. Andreen J. Castro, Genevieve Siegel-Hawley, Kimberly Bridges, and Shanita E. Williams for their article, Drawn into Policy, a systematic review of school rezoning rationales, processes, and outcomes, which was published in the August 2024 issue of the Review of Educational Research. Castro, Siegel-Hawley, Bridges, and Williams' manuscript is a timely, cutting-edge contribution to the field that synthesizes a fragmented body of literature on school rezoning. Drawing on critical policy analysis, the awardees stress the need for transformative action that emphasizes the intent of rezoning to transform school communities rather than replicate or worsen systems of educational inequity through school attendance boundaries. The manuscript also calls for more research with sustained attention to race, racism, and the political context while providing a roadmap for future empirical and theoretical work to directly engage the equity dimensions of rezoning. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. On behalf of my collaborators, Dr. Kimberly Bridges and Dr. Shanita Williams, who are unable to be here, we'd like to thank the AERA Awards Committee for recognizing the value and contributions of our research on school rezoning, which, as many of you know, shapes racial and socioeconomic segregation within schools. We'd also like to acknowledge the W.T. Grant Foundation, whose research funding allowed us to do more on-the-ground work that had informed the review. I'll pass it to my colleague, Genevieve.
Thank you, everybody. I told Andreen I would embarrass her, so I'm going to. I just feel grateful every day to be able to work with such a brilliant colleague, and then Kim and Shanita as well. We had a truly diverse team working on this. Kim was the former chair of the Richmond School Board and had gone through a rezoning process, and Shanita was in a neighboring school district as they were rezoning, and she was in the schools. And as Andreen said, we also had a qualitative component of the research that we were doing simultaneously with the review. And so we were in communities who were sharing their knowledge and expertise and experiences with us about rezoning as we were also living in them. So all of that came together and produced this review of the research that does contain at the end really important steps for action. So thank you again.
The Palmer O. Johnson Memorial Award given for the most outstanding research article being presented by Dr. Eva Baker.
Good afternoon. It's my honor to present the 2025 Palmer O. Johnson Memorial Award. The recipients of the Memorial Award are Denisa Gandra, Hades Anaheru, Matthew Eisen, and Lorenzo Picchiarino. I think I did it right. For their article, Inside the Black Box, Detecting and Mitigating Algorithmic Bias Across Racialized Groups in College Student Success Prediction, published in AERA Open. Using national representative data and multiple machine learning approaches, the authors show that predictive models systematically used in higher education underperform for Black and Hispanic students, often misclassifying success and failure. This article exemplifies interdisciplinary inquiry, merging insights from data science, educational policy, sociology, and racial equity studies, and offers an urgent call to action for institutions, researchers, practitioners, and policymakers using predictive analytics in student success who are committed to equity in data-driven decision-making.
Thank you so much to AERA, to the Palmer Committee for this award. First, I'm grateful for the opportunity to collaborate with wonderful scholars on this work, especially with my dear friend, Hadis. It's been such a joy and a privilege to work together in this cross-disciplinary collaboration. I never imagined this partnership would be so beautiful and generative, and I'm excited for our continued work together. I'm also thankful to my beautiful family, my spouse, and my two girls, Xochitl and Jimena, my dos X's, and especially grateful to my parents, my mama bear, and my father, who immigrated to this country with the belief that my siblings and I would have greater opportunities here. I also want to take a moment to highlight the fact that our work and that of so many others would not be possible without the funding and data sets provided by the Institute of Education Sciences within the U.S. Department of Education. I'm grateful to all who have labored to make this work possible, many of whom are no longer in those roles today. I'm also appreciative of the various efforts, including those of AERA, to preserve and in some cases resuscitate the infrastructure that supports research and education and beyond. I'll turn it over to my colleague.
Thank you so much for this incredible award. I'm truly grateful to AERA for recognizing our work in algorithmic bias for student success prediction. It was a great experience and journey with my collaborator and friend, which I'm thankful for it every day. And I'm especially thankful to my students, amazing students contributed to this work. My husband, my emotional support corgi, and my mom, which is very far from this country, but every day supports me emotionally and mentally. And I also want to thank IES and US Department of Education, which gave us this opportunity by funding our project to work deeper on this direction, which I hope we can continue working in this direction in future as well. Thank you, everyone.
The Scholars of Color in Education Awards recognize early career, mid-career, and distinguished career research contributions disproportionately affecting minority populations, or for a scholar of color with significant contributions to education research and development. These 3 awards will be presented by Dr. Quaylen Allen.
Good afternoon. It's an honor to present these next 3 awards. The recipient of the 2025 Scholars of Color in Education Early Career Contribution Award is Dr. Roderick L. Carey. His scholarship at the intersection of education, social psychology, and critical theory has significantly advanced the understanding of the educational experiences of racially and ethnically marginalized youth. A widely recognized expert, his insights have been featured by PBS NewsHour, NBC News, and multiple academic and public platforms. His pioneering research employs interdisciplinary qualitative methodologies to examine how Black and Latino boys conceptualize their post-secondary future selves and how they experience Black boy mattering in educational settings. Currently, he's expanding his Black Boy Mattering project to explore the significance of racialized mattering for diverse student populations, integrating community-based research to inform school policies and practices. Congrats to Dr. Roderick L. Carey.
Thank you all. Thank you so much. Yesterday during a presentation, Dr. Lee Patel reminded us not to center the individual in moments like this, but instead to uplift the community that makes such moments possible. So I stand here not for my singular achievements, but as a reflection of the love and the labor and the belief of my community. So thank you, Dr. Quaylen Allen and the Scholars of Color Award Committee for this honor. My deepest gratitude to Dr. Laura Desimone for her nomination and unwavering belief in my work. To my letter writers, Dr. James Earl Davis and Dr. Marvin Lynn, your support and example inspire me daily. Thank you, Dr. Natalie Princess, Tara Pritchett, the College of Education and Human Development at the University of Delaware, and the educators and brilliant and beautiful students who walk this path of inquiry with us. You matter. To my mentors, including Dr. Rich Milner, my graduate student collaborators, some of whom are here today, my family, my parents, my wife Maisha, to baby Claire, thank you. I close with the words of Gwendolyn Brooks, reminding us of the sustaining nature of community and our shared responsibility and collective strength. We are each other's harvest. We are each other's business. We are each other's magnitude and bond. Thank you.
The recipient of the 2025 Scholars of Color in Education Mid-Career Contribution Award is Dr. Tisha Lewis Ellison. Her scholarship is dedicated to advancing equity in digital and STEAM literacy education, particularly for Black families and Black and Latinx youth. Her pioneering research challenges deficit narratives by illuminating how these communities leverage digital technologies and multimodal tools for empowerment, racial equity, and social change. Her work critically examines the intersection of race, literacy, and technology, emphasizing the importance of culturally responsive and inclusive educational practices. Currently, she investigates the racialized impact of artificial intelligence and digital technologies on marginalized youth, employing innovative methodologies to reimagine ethical and inclusive digital spaces that foster equity in education. Congratulations to Dr. Tisha Lewis Ellison.
Good afternoon. I really want to thank God for his love, protection, peace, kindness, and for being the lifter of my head. Oh, y'all know? Okay, okay. I want to thank AERA and the awards committee, and for those who nominated me for this prestigious award. In the last 5 years, I have lost 9 family members, and still, I kept writing, I kept teaching, and resting when I could, and trying to find ways to navigate through this incredible, deep grief and loss. So, you know, days like this, days like today are bittersweet moments. But I can say that I am really proud of myself. I don't say that often, so I'm gonna say it again. I am really proud of myself. I'm proud of myself for holding space for grief and for purpose. And I know that my family are celebrating this honor with me from above. And today I honor their legacy. To God be all the glory. Thank you.
The recipient of the 2025 Scholars of Color Education Distinguished Career Award is Dr. Valerie Kinloch. Dr. Kinloch's research and leadership have consistently advanced equity, justice, and transformative action in K-12 and higher education. Through her work, she has redefined the role of the scholar and leader by centering community engagement, institutional transformation, and student empowerment. This includes pioneering initiatives in literacy education, creating spaces that elevate the voices of Black and brown youth, and leading large-scale equity-driven reforms in academic institutions. Her distinguished career exemplifies a lifelong commitment to challenging systemic barriers, fostering inclusive learning environments, and ensuring that education serves as a vehicle for justice and institutional change. Please join me in welcoming President Kinloch.
Oh, Lord. Let me just first start by saying I am honored to be standing on this stage. I am thankful for this moment, just to be able to gather with each and every one of you here today. These are some trying times that we are in. Higher education is under fire, And as a president of a historically Black college and university, Johnson C. Smith University in Charlotte, North Carolina, the #1 private HBCU in all of Charlotte and all of North Carolina, I want to just take this moment and say I am thankful. I am thankful for the committee. Dr. Allen, thank you for that introduction. I am thankful to Felice Levine, who is leaving and retiring because she saw something in me 20 plus years ago, and she believed it. I continue to believe it. I will continue to forge. And I also want to just take this time to say all of the people who are connected to cultivating new voices among scholars of color, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for believing that the critical work that we do in this world through higher education is possible and it will move mountains. And finally, I would not be standing here if it were not for the 1,300 plus students at Johnson Crane Smith University who've embraced me, who I see myself in, and who are on the front lines of knowing that we have times that we have to fight, we have to continue to persevere, but the lives of our children, our kids, that's the work that we need to do. That's the work I commit to doing. And so I accept this award not for myself, but for my students who will continue to survive and thrive in this unrelenting world. So thank you so much.
These award winners make it quite easy to elevate early in their career, and we need to keep doing so, doing so, doing so. So let me now turn to the Distinguished Contributions to Gender Equity in Education Research Award to be presented by Dr. Francesca Lopez. This award is given for distinguished research and related activities advancing public understanding of gender and/or sexuality in education. Please welcome Dr. Lopez.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so thrilled to be here to give the 2025 Distinguished Contributions to Gender Equity in Education Research Award to Dr. Deirdre Cobb-Roberts. Dr. Cobb-Roberts is an exemplary scholar whose groundbreaking research centers the experiences of Black women in higher education. A former McKnight Fellow, Dr. Cobb-Roberts has revolutionized the study of gendered racism and its effect on Black women faculty and administrators. With articles in prestigious journals and co-edited books, including Black Women, Academe, and the Tenure Process, and mentoring as critically engaged praxis, she is the leading voice in the field. A professor, department chair, and mentor to nearly 100 doctoral students, she is a possibility model who exemplifies excellence in advancing gender equity and uplifting marginalized voices. Please welcome Dr. Cobb-Roberts.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for this honor. Thank you to AERA, the awards committee, and those that nominated me for this most prestigious award. I'm deeply grateful that work centered on gender equity in research, service, mentoring, and beyond is being recognized and valued, especially in today's climate. This award is not mine alone. It represents a shared vision, collective effort, and the strength of a community. I'm uplifted by my mentors, two of which are here, Linda Perkins, Jim Anderson, my CYF and Wizen sisters, colleagues, my students, friends, extended family, my wonderful husband, Daryl, our 3 sons, and I especially honor my parents who are no longer here with us, because this moment rests on their love and sacrifice. I remain grounded in Ujima, the principle of collective work and responsibility. Thank you for seeing me, and more importantly, thank you for seeing us in this vital work.
The Exemplary Contributions to Practice Engaged Research Award honors exemplary research collaborations with practitioners yielding sustained practice effects. The award will be presented by Dr. Patrick Kamanjan.
Good afternoon. The recipient of the 2025 Exemplary Contributions to Practice Engaged Research Award is Dr. Leticia Alvarez Gutierrez, whose groundbreaking contributions as a scholar activist merit this recognition. Her multifaceted research in immigrant education and participatory methodologies transcend academic boundaries, making an indelible impact on the communities she serves. Through her dedication, innovative research, and unwavering commitment to bridging the gap between researchers and practitioners, Dr. Gutierrez addresses critical educational issues by advancing our understanding and providing actionable solutions for educators, students, and communities to affect real change in the societal landscape. She has published her research findings in AERA Open, Urban Review, and Theory into Practice. Please give it up for Dr. Leticia Alvarez Gutierrez.
Thank you to the selection committee for this honorable award. It shines a beacon of hope during these challenging times for our communities. I want to express my deepest gratitude to my ancestors, to my parents, Amparo and Artemio, my siblings, partner, mentors, and hermana scholars. Your love and guidance sustain me. A special thanks to Dr. William Smith for nominating me. Your unwavering support and mentorship have fueled the passion and commitment to serving our communities. I dedicate this award to the inspiring youth, families, and graduate students I have the privilege to work with. Your strength, purpose, and resilience move me every day. Gracias.
The Social Justice in Education Award is given for advancing social justice through exemplary education research. This award will be presented by Dr. Denise Telefero Basil.
It is my absolute, fantastic, amazing, wonderful pleasure to announce Dr. Gloria Boutte as the recipient of the 2025 Social Justice in Education Award. Dr. Boutte's research focus is on social justice, anti-racism, and pro-Blackness. She broadly explores culturally relevant education, centering on the educational experiences of African Americans and other culturally and linguistically diverse students. She has written 8 books and over 100 articles and has accumulated $13 million in grants. Dr. Boutte's work advocates for the communal uplift of Black children, presenting education as a transformative tool for social justice, for social change. She encourages educators to adopt pro-Black perspectives that both celebrate African American language and history and challenge anti-Black racism in educational contexts. Her book, We Be Loving Black Children, yes, We Be Loving Black children, has been acclaimed for its actionable strategies. Indeed, Dr. Boutte is a pioneering social justice scholar and educator. Congratulations, Dr. Boutte.
I want to thank AERA, the committee, and my nominators for this award. Frantz Fanon says we should ask ourselves 3 questions. Who am I? Am I really who I think I am? And am I everything I ought to be? This award is very important to me because it affirms that I am who I think I am. This confirmation can only be done by people who know your work and what you stand for. It affirms that I am living in my divine purpose and working towards the liberation of all people with a particular interest on Black people. I want to say thank you to my ancestors, to my elders, family, and friends, and a special shout out to my husband, Dr. George Johnson, in solidarity.
The EF Lindquist Award recognizes outstanding applied or theoretical research in the field of testing and measurement. It is presented jointly by AERA and ACT. The award will be presented by Dr. Yi Tong.
Good afternoon. It is my great honor to present the 2025 EF Lindquist Award to Dr. Linda Cook. After obtaining her doctoral degree in educational measurement and statistics from the University of Massachusetts Amherst, Dr. Cook had a distinguished career at ETS, including as Vice President of Assessment and Director of the Center for Validity Research. Dr. Cook's work has enhanced our understanding of theoretical and applied issues in validity and equating. She has also focused on issues of fairness in educational measurement, including the provision of accommodations for test takers with disabilities, and co-authored the Fairness chapter in the 2014 Joint Standards for Educational and Psychological Testing. Linda's past leadership roles include Vice President of AERA Division D and President of the National Council on Measurement in Education, NCME. Apart from her technical contributions, Linda is well known for mentoring generations of early career practitioners and scholars with warmth and wisdom. Congratulations, Dr. Linda Cook.
Good afternoon. I can't tell you how excited I am to be here today and to receive the Linguist Award. First of all, I'd like to thank Dr. Tong and the Linguist Committee for thinking of me. I am just so honored. There's so many friends and colleagues that I'd like to thank today. I just wish I had time and to just thank everyone. You don't get to this point in your career, which I think mine has spanned now about 50 years, without having the support of so many people. But I've chosen today, because I'm sure we don't have enough time, to focus on 3 people. 2 of the people, unfortunately, are no longer here to receive my thanks in person. I owe a lot to Professor Ronald Hamilton. He was my graduate thesis advisor at the University of Massachusetts. He was responsible for me choosing educational measurement as a career. But one of the things that was unique about Ron was he continued to provide me with friendship and support until he finally passed away in 2022. He was really a remarkable person in my life. The second person that I would like to mention that I owe a lot to was my late husband, Dr. Daniel Wagner. He was a past president of NCME, but he was more than my husband. He was also my collaborator. Dan was my co-author on a great deal of the research that I've done that's being honored today. And I just want to acknowledge the wonderful support that I received from him. I wish he were here today to receive this award with me. Finally, I want to thank a colleague and a close friend of mine, Mary Petoniak, who is alive and who is here today, I'm happy to say. Some of you may know that Mary and I are co-authoring the 5th edition of Educational Measurement. She's been just amazing in this endeavor. But I just owe so much to Mary for her friendship and for her support, particularly since my husband, Dan Eigner, passed away in 2022. I could not have continued with my career and the work that I've done since then without Mary's support. Thank you. And thank you to everyone that's helped me. I really appreciate it.
The next 2 awards, the Outstanding Public Communication of Education Research Award and the Excellence in Media Reporting on Education Research Award, were established in 2015 to be conferred at the AERA Centennial in 2016. And those awards were advanced to Council as a recommended set of awards to emphasize the significance of outward-facing, and our past president, Dr. Jeannie Oakes, who is no longer with us and passed in 2024, brought those ideas to the fore to the AERA Council. So let me say, with the first award, the Outstanding Publication Communication of Education Research Award honors a scholar exemplary in their capacity to communicate the importance of education research to the public. The award will be presented by Dr. Vivian Gadsden, past president, also of AERA, and a wonderful communicator.
So I will just say thank you, Felice, for the introduction, and thank you for all that you've done for us. I am delighted to be here with you today and to have the opportunity to present the 2025 Outstanding Public Communication of Education Research Award to Dr. David Edward DeMatthews. There's a clap. Dr. DeMatthews' research contributions are exemplary in presenting the interconnectedness of critical areas of inquiry in educational leadership and schooling, and demonstrating the implications for practice and policy. Examining issues ranging from dual language to special education to school choice, his work captures both the complexities and the possibilities for education research, policy, and practice. His commitment to educational access and justice is evident in the breadth of his publications and public speaking. Among the outlets of his work are the New York Times, Washington Post, USA Today, Associated Press, ABC News, Education Week, and the Houston Chronicle, among others. Dr. DeMatthews' dedication to examining cutting-edge issues in our field, coupled with his extraordinary ability to translate difficult and often controversial topics to a wide audience, reflects the best of public communication of education research. Dr. Matthews.
Thank you. I'm so greatly honored for this award. I started my career as a public school teacher and a school administrator, and I became an academic to study more, learn more, and also to raise the voices of people like my students and their families. I wouldn't be able to have done that, though, without an education journalist who literally, in my first year as a professor at UT El Paso, sat me at his kitchen table and taught me how to write an op-ed. I also wouldn't be here without my UT family, my amazing graduate students, my nominators, including Dr. Pedro Reyes, who has been a great mentor to me, for this tremendous nominations committee, to my colleague Dave Knight, who, when I feel a little scared about speaking up about a Texas political issue, he's always kind of there to usher me along, and I'll sign his name along with it. And then lastly, growing up in a big Italian family and having a dad that would literally argue with you about the color of the sky. Live TV interviews are super easy after all those Thanksgiving meals. And so I'm grateful for this opportunity. And education research, it truly does matter. And as much as possible, we have a responsibility to share that research with the public. So thank you so much.
The Excellence in Media Reporting on Education Research Award is given for excellence by a media professional in raising awareness, knowledge, and understanding of education research. The award this year will be presented by Dr. Michael Foyer.
Thank you, Felice, and hello, everyone. This is a special treat for me because I started off as a journalist about 100 years ago, and so it's very meaningful for me to be able to make this presentation to someone who is truly, truly deserving. The 2025 Excellence in Media Reporting Award goes to Kevin Mankin for his empirically solid and very deeply investigative reporting, which helps clarify for all of us some of the most pressing issues, primarily in K-12 education. With a very distinctive blend of research dissemination and compelling storytelling, Mankin elevates the voices of educational researchers while shedding light on critical challenges facing schools, districts, and communities nationwide. His work provides essential context for policymakers and the public, and his reporting embodies the spirit of this award as it both exposes inequities in our education system while also elevating promising avenues for increasing educational opportunity for all students. Kevin Mankin, congratulations.
It's looking increasingly less likely that I'll ever win that Oscar. So I hope you won't mind if I take some time to honor the most important people in my life. It's said that our parents are our first teachers, and that was certainly true of my mother and father, though I don't think it was true as the staff of the Melrose Public Schools in Massachusetts would have you think that my parents were my last teachers that I ever had. I know that because my beautiful wife, Kathleen, teaches me something every day. And she is at home in Washington with our 6-month-old baby right now so that I can share this wonderful moment with you. So I'd like to ask for a moment of silence in honor of her sacrifice. My wonderful colleagues at the 74, most especially my editor, Andrew Brownstein, who I'm very proud to have here with me today, have given me all the support that any journalist could ever ask for. So thank you so much, Andy. This award belongs to you just as much as it does to me. I'll say briefly that journalists and researchers, as has no doubt been observed from the stage before, share a frontier in discovery. And our charge is not just to gather information and to hoard facts, but to share it with one another in the world, and in so doing to expand the boundaries of human knowledge, which is a very lofty way of putting it, but I doubt that it feels that way in our workaday lives when we're doing ordinary least squares and doing edits to drafts, which makes it all the more important to have wonderful moments like this. Finally, I thank AERA for conferring this award on me and doing me a tremendous honor. Thank you.
The Early Career Award is given for distinguished research accomplishment within 10 years of the doctoral degree. The award will be presented by Dr. Alfredo Ardiles.
Good afternoon, everyone. Buen provecho. Professor Brian Brown chaired this committee but could not join us today, and so I'm honored to present the award on behalf of the committee. I hope you saw the names on the screens of the wonderful colleagues that served in this capacity. And now let me share with you the award citation for this outstanding deserving scholar. Dr. Raquel Muñiz is the recipient of the 2025 Early Career Award. Dr. Muñiz is celebrated, yes, don't be shy. Dr. Muñiz is celebrated for her exceptional integration of education policy and law, particularly focusing on educational equity. Her research examines the impact of legal frameworks on educational practices, emphasizing marginalized groups. By analyzing policy decisions' effects on educational outcomes, her work offers both theoretical insights and practical reforms. Dr. Muñiz actively contributes to legal education and policy reform, significantly shaping debates around educational equity. Her research bridges educational theory, policy, and law to address inequalities in K-12 and higher education. With 26 journal articles in prestigious publications, including the Harvard Law and Policy Review, her interdisciplinary expertise is widely recognized. In short, Dr. Raquel Muñiz's commitment to educational equity and innovative research profoundly impacts both academia and the practical realms of education policy and law. Congratulations, Dr. Raquel Muñiz. Sadly, Dr. Muñiz could not join us today, but she sent us a brief video.
Hi, I'm beyond honored to be this year's recipient. Thank you to the committee and to those who nominated me. Thank you to my family, friends, colleagues, students, and the community of mentors who have long nurtured my love of learning and curiosity. Mother, this is for you up in heaven. I continue to take comfort in knowing you are with me every step of the way, for matter can neither be created nor destroyed, only transformed, and I love you. Thank you again.
The Distinguished Public Service Award honors distinguished public service at the forefront of advancing policies or other efforts to increase recognition and support of education research. The award will be presented by Dr. Andrew Ho, who also is currently serving as president of NCME.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andrew Ho, current president of NCME, proud to be a sibling organization to AERA, but I am here in my capacity today as chair of the Government Relations Committee. And in that capacity, I am proud on behalf of the committee to announce that the recipient of the 2025 Distinguished Public Service Award is Dr. Joan Farini Mundi. Through her leadership and work in math education research, Dr. Farini Mundi has implemented a strong vision for higher education and elevated the role of education research in transforming STEM teaching and learning. As current president of the University of Maine, she successfully led the institution's efforts to gain Carnegie's Research 1 status while working to strengthen equity and student success. In her prior roles at the National Science Foundation, Farini Mundi spearheaded efforts that centered the role of education research, both within the work of the Education and Human Resources Directorate and across NSF. Dr. Farini Mundi's actions to build institutional capacity have benefited communities across Maine and the field of education research. Please give her a warm round of congratulations. Unfortunately, Dr. Farini Mundi, as president of the University of Maine, has a lot going on. As awardee, President Kinloch knows, there's a lot going on in higher education leadership today. So she has sent, Dr. Joan Farini Mundi has sent a video to all of us.
Hello, greetings from Maine. I'm Joan Farini Mundi, and I'm honored to receive the 2025 Distinguished Public Service Award. Since I began attending the AERA annual meeting as a graduate student many years ago, this meeting and this community have been formative and critical to my learning and to my growth. Throughout my career, I've been committed to promoting the importance of educational research in informing policy, improving teaching and learning, and building resilient institutions. Thank you for this recognition and for AERA's leadership in advancing research and shaping policy. That is more important today than ever. Enjoy the great program in Denver, and I look forward to seeing you next year.
The Distinguished Contributions to Research and Education Award recognizes outstanding achievement and extraordinary success in education research. This award will be presented by Dr. Deborah Lowenberg-Ball.
Good afternoon. It is my great honor to present the 2025 Distinguished Contributions to Education Research Award. This year's award is presented to Dr. Robert Pianta. Dr. Pianta has been a major force in educational research as an internationally recognized, preeminent scholar of early childhood education. Dr. Pianta's research has focused on improving education and the well-being of children all around the world. He investigates the micro-level interactions between teachers and students in early childhood settings, examining the relational work of teaching and supporting improvement in student-teacher relationships and interactions to foster more positive learning environments and outcomes for young people. Dr. Pianta has been elected to the National Academy of Education and is a fellow of the American Educational Research Association. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Robert Pianta.
Thank you very much, Deborah, for those remarks. Thanks very much to the committee and to the association. I am deeply grateful and honored to be the recipient of this award. I am truly convinced that our work as scholars of education and human development could not be more essential for the activation, identification, and support of human potential. And I have been very fortunate in the broad scope of that kind of landscape to navigate toward focus on relationships between teachers and students. Our science and our experience tell us that relationships activate human potential. I know all of you have had this experience when we walk around a school and we talk to any student about their most valuable and impactful experience in that school, and they'll share a story about a relationship with a teacher, a coach, or a mentor. And I am equally convinced that we have it backward when we think of relationships as a byproduct of education rather than the goal. My work has been sustained by many relationships. First and foremost, my wife, Ann McAndrew, and our kids, Megan, Tony, and Tim, and with mentors like Byron Eglund, Alan Srope, Jim Eiseldike, colleagues like Bridget Hamry, Jason Downer, Sarah M. Kaufman, Amanda Williford, administrative partners, the folks who got all of the work done, Jean Stovall and Maria Jones, and a teammate like Catherine Bradshaw, who has modeled for me how to combine academic administration with productive scholarship. And none of this work happens without the incredible gifts of time and talent and interest on the part of students at the university and the students, teachers, and parents that participated in all of our studies. They deserve recognition and thanks for this work. And this award and my work are really precipitates of all of those relationships. Thanks very much to AERA for your leadership in advancing scholarship and education. Those efforts are vital for the future of individuals and society. Thank you, all of you, for your commitment to that mission. Thanks.
Let's give one more collective shout out for all the award winners. Congratulations to all the recipients again. We are delighted you set a standard and continue the excellent work that you have all done. And now it's my honor to recognize several individuals for their special contributions to the field of education. So first, it's my honor to give a presidential citation to Sean Harper from the University of Southern California. As many of you know, Sean led this association during one of its most difficult years. We had an all-online meeting that had some technical challenges. Sean led with courage, with grace, and he uplifted a council that was very beleaguered and struggling. We are so grateful, Sean, for your consequential research on diversity, equity, and inclusion in higher education, for your critical and courageous public scholarship and engagement, and for your ethical and impactful leadership.
Stand here. Stand with me.
All right. I think that's 30 seconds.
I've asked Janelle to stand by my side because, Janelle, it has been really an honor to stand by your side this year. You have been an extraordinary AERA president. You know, Janelle, you are leading during such incredibly difficult times. I would not want to be AERA president during these times, but yet you've led us with such magnificence and with such grace and poise and wisdom. Let me just say here quickly that what a coincidence, Janelle, that you have chosen to honor me in this space. It was at an AERA awards luncheon that Janelle and I first met officially for the first time. I was a fanboy of hers for many, many, many years, and I wanted to be her friend. And in my head, she was my friend, but we finally got a chance to meet in real life at an AERA awards luncheon. Janelle, it is really such a highlight, really, to be honored by you with this presidential citation. I will treasure it always.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So the next presidential citation, it's my thrill and honor to present to Gary L. Anderson. So I first met Gary when he came to work at New York University when I was a floundering assistant professor, scared out of my mind that I wasn't going to get tenure. No idea how to do it. And Gary took me under his wing, as did his partner, Catherine, and fed me and my husband. After we had our first child, they brought us meals for, I think, the first 2 weeks. Every night, Gary would show up at our door and hand me a meal and leave. And he does that for so many people. He is an incredible mentor and citizen of this field. And so it's my thrill to provide to Gary this presidential citation in recognition of his powerful interdisciplinary scholarship that joins theory and practice in the study of education leadership, policy, and politics, and with gratitude for his deep and generous commitment to teaching and mentorship.
Well, I just want to say it's been such an honor to consider Janelle my former colleague and friend. And it's particularly an honor because I had a whole career as a teacher and educational administrator, high school principal, before I became an academic. I didn't become an academic till I was 40. And it's one of the reasons why I've had such a commitment over the years to action research, participatory action research, because I, like Dave DeMatthews mentioned, I think we really need to keep the voices of our students, our practitioners, and our communities in our research as much as we can. Thank you.
I would also like to recognize the 2025 annual meeting program chairs, Catherine DiMartino, Haria Jabbar, and Lorena Yosa. You're supposed to come up here. It has been a ride this year in the planning of this meeting, and these women are brilliant, they are creative, they are determined, and many of the presidential sessions that you're enjoying were originated in their minds. They can run a department, they can run AERA, they can run the world. And I'm so grateful that you all said yes. It has been a treat and a thrill, and I'm gonna miss our Monday and Friday meetings. So thank you very much. Also, there is another award that is not listed on the program because it is a surprise. As many of you know, Felice Levine, our executive director, will be stepping down after later this summer, but this will be her final annual meeting, and over which she is the executive director. And we have many ways that we want to celebrate and honor Felice. It's very hard to do it because it's hard to keep a secret from Felice. She knows everything. She has her ear to the ground. And this will be one of my defining accomplishments because I don't think she knows about this. Somehow, I can't believe it. So, with unanimous support of AERA Council, I'm delighted to announce a new award, the Dr. Felice J. Levine Distinguished Contributions to Mentoring in Research and Leadership.
Thank you.
There's more.
You did it. Got one secret.
Oh, there's more.
There's more. Thank you. Thank you.
So it's only fitting that this award is named in honor of Dr. Felice J. Levine in recognition of her commitments and exemplary contributions to mentoring and leadership development for researchers across career stages. The Dr. Felice J. Levine Distinguished Contributions to Mentoring and Research and Leadership Award is presented to an individual who has demonstrated excellence in mentoring students and early career scholars to become exemplary researchers and leaders who contribute to the knowledge base of our field. This award will be bestowed on a senior researcher at least 20 years after receiving their doctorate, to be awarded for the first time at the annual meeting in 2026. Do you want to say something?
Well, I'll just say I'm
30 seconds.
30 seconds. AERA in the field is extraordinary, and I am really honored that one of the things that we really need to acknowledge is mentoring and a commitment to the future of our field. So I just could not be more thrilled and pleased that I especially love the J in the Dr. Felice J. Levine will be part of this future and the legacy of the association. So thank you very much, and I very much appreciate all of what all of you do for us. Thank you again.
Okay, before we wrap up, I want to invite you to join us in a few minutes at 1:45 in Mile High Ballroom 4AB for a special session honoring the contributions of our visionary and dear Executive Director, Felice Levine. And please enjoy the rest of the meeting. Thank you for coming. Congratulations to all the awardees.